A very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 15th episode of Knowledge Byte session titled Innovation that we bring to you first Saturday of every month, discussing on any one of the emerging technologies which are there in the field and how we can, leverage them in our own industrial application. Before we start, we have with us as a expert or faculty for today's session as Dr. Ditipriya Sinha, who is assistant professor at National Institute of Technology, Patna. At the outset, I would like to invite Atanu Mukherjee sir, who is head of academics at MTI, to kindly welcome the esteemed participants and the speaker for today's Knowledge Bite session. Atanu sir, please.
Thank you, Chandranath. And once again, very good evening to all of you. And welcome to this Knowledge Bite session. First, I like to, on behalf of total SAIL team, I like to welcome Dr. Sina Madam. And really, we are really fortunate enough that you have kindly given your consent for taking this session. And definitely, from your session, we all will be benefited and will enrich ourselves especially in the area of blockchain technology and its application. Uh, for the participant also, I like to mention that as Chandranath has rightly said, is a 15th episode. So very religiously, we are conducting this knowledge bite session on every first Saturday of every month. Okay, so that we are conducting, and we have already conducted the knowledge bite session on Chat GPT, social media, cyber hygiene, IoT, SAP S4 HANA, 3D digital twin, cloud computing, GEM, email.gov.in, future skill prime, extended reality, health and fitness app, digital arrest, and the last we conducted a session on knowledge byte in the last month. We conducted the ACM technology, that is the human capital management technology. The basic purpose of this particular intervention is to upgrade the mentor as well as the mentee, especially in the area of the emerging technology. So, in fact, in the last week, in this week only, I was in Rourkela. So, I requested all the participants also of Rourkela Steel Plant, those who are attending that particular program, that it is a really great opportunity we all are getting to upgrade our knowledge and skill in the emerging technology. So some of the participants were saying, sir, somehow due to my meeting and all that, my engagement, I missed it. So I very clearly spelled out that all these 15th episode knowledge bite sessions are already uploaded in eWeekend. Okay, and this is a special pain that Mr. Chandranath is taking from MTI side, and he is ensuring this uploading of all these sessions. So those who have missed, even for today's session, some people, you may think that you have missed a particular episode. So kindly go through, get into the year began, and whatever area you are interested for, you will be finding whatever area we have mentioned that we have conducted the knowledge bite session. Those all sessions, video recording of all those sessions are already uploaded, so you can have that knowledge and skill. So that is my request to all of you, because this is an opportunity the organization is giving, so we should avail it. And we are getting very good speaker in a different emerging technology. Like today, Dr. Sina ma'am, she is expert, especially in the area of blockchain technology and its application. So we can learn a lot from her. So I am not that expert. I'm just having a very basic knowledge about the blockchain technology. But as far my knowledge goes, blockchain technology basically it's a method of recording the information that makes it possible or difficult for a system to be changed So you are not able to change whatever information you are recording. Also this information cannot be hacked and or manipulated. So these are the some of the thing we are going to learn from Madam. And with this, I once again welcome all the participants. Some of the mentee, especially in the reverse mentoring context, CGMs and EDs are also connected. So I also like to welcome all the CGMs and EDs who are connected as mentee, and my the young officers of SAIL who are playing the role of a mentor, and also they are upgrading the knowledge of the mentee in the emerging technology. So I welcome all of you in this knowledge bite session, and where we'll be discussing about the blockchain technology and its application. Thank you. All my best wishes. Over to Chandana.
Thank you very much, sir. Madam Dr. Jitipriya Sinha, ma'am, I have upgraded you as a presenter. You can share your presentation. While that is being shared, I take this opportunity to kindly introduce our faculty. Uh, Ma'am has received her PhD degree in Department of Computer Science and Technology from Indian Institute of Engineering Science and Technology, Sipur. She is the silver medalist during MTech. She is presently serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science, National Institute of Technology, Patna. Previously, she was an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science, BIT Misra. She has over 60 publications. Among them, she has many reputed high impact factor SCI indexed journals. She has completed one DST SERB project on energy efficient, reliable data delivery during forest fire using wireless network. I think that we are going to witness today how IoT with blockchain has been used in that technology. So a lot of thrust would be on the use cases in today's interactions. Under her guidance, three PhD students have already received PhD and two more are under the process. She has three patents granted under her name, two for Indian and one for German patent. So, remarkable, practitioner as well, other than the theory aspect. She has authored a book, The Role of Blockchain in Disaster Management, which has been published in Elsevier. Her another book, edited book titled Emerging Trends in Artificial Intelligence Based IoT, which is at copy editing by Bentham Publisher. So, her research area is in cybersecurity, blockchain, machine and deep learning, and wireless sensor. So, with that brief introduction, ma'am, I would like to invite you to kindly take forward this session. Ma'am, please. Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon to all of you, all my colleagues, and all the participants. So, today I will deliver an emerging technology in today's era, that is the blockchain technology and its applications in different fields, as well as its application in the industrial IoT field. So before started my presentation, I'll share my slides. Okay. So just a minute, I want to share it. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You have shared your screen. You can share the presentation.
Yes, I am sharing. Is my PPT is visible to all of you? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
You
Yes, ma'am.
are visible. So we have budgeted around 40 minutes for the presentation and then 5 to 10 minutes for Q&A, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. And another thing, I can be able to just a minute. I want to. I want to on my switch on my video. Just a minute, I'm trying to do this.
So you can click on first of all that hide button which is coming at the center, ma'am. Yes. And then you can turn
Yes,
on your
yes,
video.
yes. Okay, yes.
Yes.
Now it
Let's
is
start.
showing now. Yes, yes. So
You can go
let's
back to
start.
present. Yes.
Yes. So all the participants as well as my colleagues and all the seniors. So today we will discuss about the session should be the interactive sessions. If anywhere you are feeling some questions, you raise your hands and say these questions. So that will be very much interactive session. So first, a topic which today I am discussing in front of you, that is the emerging techs of blockchain in IoT. So you know that in the today's era, if we go through the any organization, the security is playing a very important role. So there are different types of security, such as your physical security, your personal security, operational security, communication, network, and information security. So if we think about the any component of the information system, then you can find that these are the parts of the information system which we should have to make it secure. Because anytime if any vulnerable loopholes is coming in your system, then all your procedures or your software will be hacked. So data security, system security, and network security. These are the three parts of the security paradigm, which are the important or emerging area of the any organizations that you should have to secure your data, which are using in your day by day transactions. You have to secure your systems. The systems means that any type of equipment which are used in your system, and all as well as the network security. Network security data will be transferred through some of the communication media. That communication media should have to secure. So these are the two terms that is highly connected with the security domain, that is the vulnerability and the threat. What is vulnerability? That if you find that at first all the system has some loophole. To finding the loophole of the system is called a vulnerability. And if the loopholes of the system is found by the attacker, or attacker detects these are the loopholes of the system, then attacker attack the system through these loopholes. Then threat is occurred. So threat and vulnerability, this is the pair of representation of security concern. Now, there are different type of tools I have already developed to secure the system. Now comes to the point of the decentralized system. Do you have any idea what is a decentralized system? Anyone? Hello? Anyone have any idea about the decentralized system?
Decentralized would be like distributed across different computers or systems.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, in this type of system, there is no central authority. Nowadays, this type of system is highly popular because in this type of system, the resources are shared among themselves. And anytime any user can enter in the system, can exit from the system. So in this type of decentralized system, security is playing a very important role because here no central authority verify that how the data is transmitted, what type of data is transmitted, is they cannot verify the or monitor the any systems, any users who uses the system, their activity or things. So in this type of system, anytime hacker enters the system, damage the system and exit from the system, because there is no central control in that of that type of system. But this type of system is very much popular nowadays because all the resources are distributed in this type of system. So here the blockchain is providing security for decision making or storing the data or sharing the data. All the things the blockchain provides the security in that case. So, if we go to the centralized versus distributed and decentralized, you can find this is the example of the centralized system. Where is it? There is one central controller who monitors everything of the all the nodes who in their system. Nodes means any type of devices. But in a decentralized system, this is the decentralized. There is the divide the system different group, and each group there is a one central authority or monitoring agent who monitors the system, and they all these monitoring agents can communicate among each other, and they have their equal parity. And here is in the distributed system, there is not this type of groups also. All are in the equal. So this is the different type of generally blockchain is we are using in the distributed system. So what are the components of the blockchain? In the case of component of the blockchain is the node, that is two type of node. One is the full node, partial node, ledger, wallet, non hash. So what are these? I will describe. Before that, going to that, what is the structure of a ledger? Ledger, all of you know that day by day in your any financial department, day by day that transaction is going on. That transaction stored in a file. That file is called the ledger. In the blockchain, we use this concept of ledger. Here, the ledger is distributed in nature. Distributed in nature means that here you can find there are three blocks. Okay, each block contains with the some transactions. This transaction is called the data, as well as the hash of those data. Hash is the function who that function, if we put the data on that function, then we get some hashing value, that is some value which is alphanumeric value. That value is called the hash of those data. Okay, so in any block in the blockchain there is a data, hash of those data, as well as hash of the data of the previous block. So each block, suppose in this is a block which contains with the 10 transactions. Okay, so here we to put the 10 transactions, and the hash value of these 10 transactions are put it here, and the hash of the previous block is also hash of the previous block is also stored here. This is the structure of a block. Now, among the data, suppose I am thinking about the simple banking transactions or any type of transaction. There is a sender and the receiver. So sender sends the data and receiver receives the data. So in that case, the sender send the data, receiver receive the data. Sender address is the from and receiver address is the to. The amount is sent from the sender to receiver side. That is my data and information from to from which address of the sender and address of the receiver. So this thing is stored in this data part, and the hash of this thing is stored in there here. And this portion is that you can find that hash of this data part. It looks this way because we put it into some function, and from this function we'll get this, and it is connected with the hash of the previous block. So here you can found that this is the block 1, this is the block 2, and this one is the block 3. So you can find that hash of the three blocks are connected how? This is the hash of block 3. The value that is stored in the data, the hash of that is 3H4Q. Okay, and this block is connected with the previous block 2, whose hash value is this. Okay, now, the block 2 hash value is the data which is stored in the block 2, hash value of this is that. Okay, now, this is the previous block hash through which the block 2 is connected with the block 1, and the data which is stored in the block 1, hash value of this is that. Okay, now this is the first block, so the previous hash value of this block is considered as a 0. The first block is called the genesis block. So these are form a chain, and this chain is called the blockchain. Now the question is arise, why each block connected with the hash of the previous block? What is the reason behind that? Anyone can guess what is the reason behind that? Hello?
For traceability, ma'am.
Traceability. Anyone?
And to keep the data intact. If anyone changes, others will know about
Yes,
it.
that's the right thing. You know that it's the right thing. You know that in the hashing, there is a property that is called the avalanche effect. What is that? If you write any data, if you use any hash function to make a hashing value of this data, if anyone make any change on that data, then the hash value of those data will be totally changed. So what happened? This is the genesis block, the first block. Suppose this block is tampered, block number 2. So in block number 2, something is written. So it is tampered. So hash value of the block number 2, so little bit tampered if occurred on the data, the hash number of block number 2 will be changed. So what happened? Block number 2 is disconnected from this chain. Block number 2 is disconnected from this chain. So this is the beauty of the blockchain. If you writing anything in the blockchain, that is immutable, and this one is the tampered proof. No one can be able to tamper it. If they tampered it, at that moment the chain will be broken and blockchain will be destroyed. So here it is the found that that value will be changed, and as a result the block 2 is disconnected from the block 3. So this is the beauty of the blockchain. So if we go to the basic architecture of blockchain, you can find this is the basic architecture of blockchain. Each block contains with the block I, hash, block header. This block header contains with the timestamp, difficulty, previous block, and nonce market root. So I am going to difficulty and nonce. These two, why these two is required, I will describe later. So this is the overall architecture of each block in the blockchain. So, so if we go to the layer-wise architecture, you can find the blockchain layer is decided between the internet layer and application layer, where I put our blockchain layer. So I have told you that blockchain is working as a public ledger banking system. How it works? Here you can find there are 4 participants or 4 nodes. Okay, they are making their transactions. Now each participant has the ledger that is distributed to all the nodes. It is transferable. Means that one of the participants said that it maintains a transparency. Yes, blockchain maintains the transparency, because the ledger, which is the all the transaction that is done through the day to day operation, that is stored in the ledger, and this ledger is distributed to all the nodes in the network. So all the nodes know the details of the transaction, but anyone can be not be able to make any tampered on that transaction. So here you can find that this is the that Alice has rupees 100 and Alice send a Bob rupees 50. Okay. Now Bob send a Eve rupees 30, and this each transaction when updated, that is informed by the all the nodes in the network, and they put these transactions in their blockchain, and this is called the public ledger. Why? It is publicly available because all the nodes know about this ledger. So for this is called the public ledger. That when Bob send the Eve 30 rupees, that is known to all other nodes also, and all the nodes put this information to their ledger. Suppose this is happen that Alice send a 80 rupees to the Jane. But Alice have only the 50 rupees according to this transaction, because he had 100 rupees. Alice already gives 50 rupees to Bob. So remaining 100 minus 50, 50 rupees Alice have. But Alice intentionally send the 80 rupees to Jane insteadly 50 rupees. But this transaction is verified by all the nodes in the network. So they are not they when they find that this transaction is not valid, all of them has a public ledger that is distributed to all nodes, so they will not put these transactions in their ledger. Okay, and what happened in the case of blockchain, that when this way the ledger is formed, and after certain amount of time limit, one of the node is selected, one of the participant is selected as a miner. So, what is the miner? Miner is the one of the node that is the more powerful node. That node claims that I am the miner of this network. So, all the lasers, all the participants, they send their lasers to the miners. Miners again verify all the transactions on the lasers, and they put, after verification this, they put it temporarily all the valid transactions in their mempool. After mempool, they make the hash of these valid transactions, put this valid transaction in the block, and hash of those all the transactions is also put it in the block, and that block is connected with the previous block with the hash value of the previous block. Now the question is, so task of the miners is to creation of the block. Now my question is, why the miner will do this? Anyone any idea? क्यों miner इतना काम करेगा? That is the miner uses its resources for creation of the block, and it takes huge number of its resources. Why the miner will do this? The reason behind
Because
that,
he gets intensive some money.
yes, miner will get some reward. Okay, the miner will get some rewards. In case of this rewards is coming, that is there are different type of blockchain, that is Bitcoin, Ethereum. So they, if we are in the Bitcoin, miner will get some Bitcoin, and miner store this Bitcoin, and after certain time, the value of the this cryptocurrency when high level, that moment the miner convert this cryptocurrency in some INR, or miner may be using this cryptocurrency for his own transaction. So for this reason, everyone wants to be miner. But there are some consensus mechanism or decision making mechanism which assist to select that who will be the miner, because it is the distributed environment. So decision is done among the voting of all the nodes, and all the decision is done on the basis of this. I have shown in the blockchain architecture that there is a architecture where is the, I have told two term, one is the nonce, another one is the difficulty. So this architecture, this nonce and difficulty, these two things are used for the for giving the puzzle to all the nodes in the network. The node who solve the puzzle first, that node is selected as a miner. This is happening in the Bitcoin network because they are using the POW consensus mechanism. So here the node who has the high power of energy and high resources, that node can be selected as a miner. So this is the hashing. I have told that the hashing method, that is one of the important thing is the hashing is the avalanche effect. So here you can find that if you little bit change in your content, then total hash value is different. So for this reason, the hashing concept is used in the blockchain. If anyone change anything in the data, the corresponding hash will be changed and that block will be disconnected. So in each block there is the Merkle tree. Okay, what is the Merkle tree? This is the structure of the Merkle tree. The block contains with the list of transactions. Now we form the hash of those transactions, and this hash 1 and hash 2 combinedly form the hash 1 2. Hash 3 and hash 4 is combinedly hash 3 4. Now hash 1 2 and hash 3 4 combinedly form the Merkle root, and this Merkle root hash put it in the block header of the blockchain. So this is the structure of the blockchain. Now we divide the blockchain into four parts. That is the public, private, consortium, and the hybrid. Public block is a totally permissionless blockchain. Here anyone can enter into the network and anyone can go from the outside of the network. The Bitcoin, Ethereum, these are all the part of the public blockchain. Now the private blockchain, this is highly constrained there. It's a group of people doing this private blockchain. Suppose in a company, suppose you are the sale company, here all the employees in different regions, they are combinedly make a blockchain that is called the private blockchain. But outside the sale employees cannot be able to join this type of blockchain. So this is the example of this private blockchain is the hyperledger. Hyperledger is today's market is very demanding. One public Ethereum and private is a hyperledger. Consortium blockchain is like that. This is, we can also call it is the federated blockchain. It is partially decentralized, means that blockchain some portion is the decentralized and some portion is the not decentralized. Okay, then we call it is the consortium blockchain. Hybrid blockchain, it is the combination of the public and private blockchain, then it is we call the hybrid blockchain. Now next term is the when we are using the blockchain, we make the transactions. So what is the in how we making the transaction? We are using the concept of cryptocurrency here. I think all of you know na what is cryptocurrency. Do you anyone have any idea about the cryptocurrency? Hello.
Yes, yes.
So cryptocurrency is like that, where it is not the convention like the conventional currency. You are using this cryptocurrency. It is virtually present, not practically present, but it is acceptable all over the world. And when you are using the cryptocurrency, the transaction is done because here we are cryptographic concept, that is symmetric concept for the transaction. So for this reason transaction is very much secure, and while using the cryptocurrency, it is not controlled by any central authority of your country. Suppose in India, it is not controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. So it is not like that. Anyone, suppose if you want to purchase something in a Bitcoin, you can from the things is in the USA. So you can using the cryptocurrency, you can purchase it. You do not need to convert it into the dollar. But if you are India, your currency is INR. If you want to buy something from the USA, convert your INR in the dollar. But this thing is not required. So in the blockchain, everything is done using the cryptocurrency. The first blockchain which is used is that is called the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, how the Bitcoin works? Suppose Alice wants to make some transaction. So each one has their wallet. The wallet has the various type: private wallet, public wallet, different types of wallet is provided in the blockchain network. So if he is in the blockchain network, Alice opens her Bitcoin wallet and provide the address of the Bob. Okay, and transfer this cryptocurrency to the Bob. When it goes to the Bob, Bob at first verifies using the cryptographic technique whether it is coming from Alice or not. If it is coming from Alice, then it authorized Alice through the digital signature of the Alice. After that, Bob verify whether this transaction is the valid or not. If it is valid, then Bob accept this transaction and put this transaction in its ledger. Same way, other nodes in the network also put this transaction in the network. But till now, the amount will not transfer from the Alice to Bob. Now, four of them combinedly select one of them as a miner. Now they share their public ledger to the miner. Now miner again check that all the transaction is valid or not. Now miner check that this transaction is the valid. Now miner make a hash of all the transaction on this ledger and create a new block. Put this all the transaction in that block. Then after the block, when the block is connected with the chain, then the amount automatically transfer from the Alice account to the Bob account. So this is the procedure that how the Bitcoin network is working. Now another important thing is this: the in the blockchain, that is the smart contract. It is a very much important thing. Here the contract is designed in the automated way in writing the code. So if a write code is right that the if else condition. Okay. Now one is there is a suppose you are you have some project plan in your mind, and there is some producer who will give you the money for executing that project, but you don't know who are giving you the money. So there is the third person. That third person communicate you with that producer who will give you the money. On the basis of this money, you will design your project. But there is some term and condition. The producer says that if this condition will be satisfied, then I will give you the next module money for the next module. But we need the third party for that, where the conditions, according to conditions, the money will be transferred from the producer account to the account of the developer. But in that case, both developer and producer will give some money to the third party. But in the smart contract, we do not need that thing. It is the another beauty of the blockchain. Here, everything is done in the automatically. They are smart contract. Here you can get that the both end will agree mutually with the conditions which is required for according to their requirement. Suppose module 1 if completed, then this type of amount will transfer from the producer account to the developer account. So they will mutually agree and they write their code. Okay, and this code is moving on the blockchain network. When you write their code, this code is called the smart contract. Smart automatically executed. So for this reason, it is called the smart. So it is moving in the blockchain and it is not immutable because no one can make any tampered on this code. So according to if else condition, when the condition is satisfied, automatically sender from the sender's account, the value or cryptocurrency will be transferred to the receiver accounts. So this is called the beauty of the smart contract, and highly it is useful in the case of supply chain management system. And in the industrial background, the supply chain management system is highly important part. Without using the third party, you can directly communicate between the sender and receivers, and the both end will be profitable in that case. So here you can find that in this diagram, both of them some mutually make some if and else condition. If this condition and put it this code in the smart contract in the blockchain, writing this code in the blockchain, and automatically when this condition is satisfied, automatically some amount of cryptocurrency transferred from his account to this account, and this is done. Ethereum is the smart contract that is supported. Another Ripple, Hyperledger, they are also supported. And this is the component of the Ethereum blockchain. That is the DApp, Ethereum protocol, Ethereum node. DApp is the
Ma'am,
decentralized
if I may
application.
intervene, yes. So suppose in our plants and units, what we do, we have multiple work orders that we place for services or procurement of items.
Yes, yes, yes.
Instead of issuing normal purchase order or service contract orders, is it
Hmm.
possible to execute those kind of deals or agreements through smart contracts?
Yes, yes,
uh,
it is possible. Then you have to use the cryptocurrency in that case. Normal conventional currency, it is not possible. Traditional currency, because smart contract is supported by the blockchain. In the blockchain environment, you can apply it. So in that case, you have used to any cryptocurrency. Through that, you make a any transaction, because suppose you have any service requirement that you have some condition with the procurement team. So according to the your concrete our developer team, so according the conditions, all the things will be executed, the transaction will be executed, but this transaction is done in the virtually, not in the convenient manner, that is the in our INR. You should have to implement the cryptocurrency environment there, then it is possible. And as well as it is transferable, because all the things are visible to both end can be able to visible the all the things. So this is the transferable also, so it is possible.
So if I, given that it can only have the transactions in bitcoins or other things, so if I maybe
Ethereum.
separate the payment part out of it and just, in order to have blockchain as a mechanism of, secure documentation, the
but
contract.
But where you write your smart contract, that is the main thing, na? You have to write your smart contract. So
Okay.
in that case, you have to, but yeah, yes, you can make your contract for your agreements and other things. Okay, there you have you use the Ethereum blockchain for this purpose, not payment purpose. Ethereum blockchain is already given some Ethereum to you, and for the executing that blockchain, and using this blockchain you can write your contract, and you can communicate with the other party using this contract. Okay, but
Is
you
there
should
any
have.
yes? Is there any organization, ma'am, and in particular, if any government organization using blockchain for smart contract or
In the
storing the data?
outside of India, many of them using the blockchain, but till now India, it is not too much high. Okay, so till now India, it is not too much high, because because it is just in the India, just it is in the new stage. Okay, so but in the outside of the India, China especially, everything, many of the applications they are doing using the blockchain approach. Especially they are using the Ethereum, and they are using they develop their own Bitcoin. Okay,
Great.
India
So,
can just start to develop, but it is not till now too much popular. So to make it popular, after that it is applicable. But you can write your contract in your organization. That is, suppose you can store different type of code, valuable some data, informations of some data, all the things you can put in the blockchain. Okay, suppose some contract that is required among the two users. Okay, that contract is executed using the Ethereum, because Ethereum is a public blockchain, it is available. Okay, you can design a Ethereum blockchain that is the contract will be executed. But obviously, the transaction is done, then the payment portion is done, then you have to use the proper cryptocurrency at that case.
perfect,
Uh,
perfect. Makes sense.
and
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Ma'am, I have one question.
yes,
Ma'am, in the network, they are not knowing each other. How they communicate, whether someone is willing to transact, how the initial requirements they gather, and how the
uh,
miner selection is done.
network, actually in the blockchain network, any each one can communicating among themselves with their wallet address. This is different from their own identity. Okay, so wallet address is given them. Okay, when you are in the blockchain network, you have some wallet with you. Okay, and this wallet address is your identity. So each one can know others with this the address of their wallet. Okay, and it is in the decentralized system, but the consensus among them, the sum of the node, that is the, we are saying that they are the full node, some are the partial node. The among the full nodes, they are selected, among them we the when there is a term of the minus selection, we call all of them call a function, that is POW. Suppose it is using a Bitcoin POW function. So in the POW functions, they all the node are puzzles coming to all the nodes. Okay, that is the puzzles related to the hashing. Because of time crunch, I will not describe details. So when this puzzles coming, so on the all of them started to solve this puzzle, and the node who solves the puzzle first, that node is selected as a miner. This is the POW, but the POW has a disadvantage is that because it creates lots of resources to solve the puzzle. So in the IoT, now today's era, all the thing is in the IoT environment. You all of you know. So in the IoT environment, resource or energy of the nodes is playing a very important role. So nowadays, the POS, proof of stack, is very important and popular. Initially, Ethereum using the POW, but now Ethereum goes to POS. And actual first blockchain is Bitcoin, public blockchain. But nowadays, Bitcoin is saturated, so all are shifted to the Ethereum. So in the Ethereum using the POS, so nowadays the POS is popular for this reason. It said that the node who has a highest stake, that node selected as a miner. Highest stake मतलब जिसके पास जितना ज़्यादा cryptocurrency रहेगा, that node will be selected as a miner. So this is the POS. So here the resources is not wastage for selection of the miner. So for this reason, they are using the POS concept. So this way, the
Ma'am,
miner is
we
selected.
it's a really interesting topic, but we are, uh, time pressed. So I would request you to, we can discuss one of the use cases.
Acha, okay. I am just give you one video and then I go to three use
By
cases.
2025,
Just
most
see the
mobile
video.
phones will contain some level of smart technology, enabling them to connect and share data. This interconnection of devices is known as the Internet of Things. IoT Chain is building a secure, light operating system for the Internet of Things that is ready to meet the demands of a connected digital world. An enormous amount of data is being generated by users using smart devices. Corporations analyze this data to improve their products and create business value. Well, let's think about the logic behind this. Users generate valuable data, but corporations get all the benefits. After using IoT Chain, users will be surprised to find out that they will be paid a portion of the sold user data through ITC because
Here we can find that the user data storage also you can use the concept of blockchain. So not only all time the transaction purpose, user data storage, any valuable important code storage, you can use the concept of blockchain. I am saying that some recent research of agriculture IoT based in the industry generations is confirmed industries come 8, 19, 20, and now today's generation in all are in the robotics and AI application and ACI based. And such three things is very important now industry 5.0. So in this case, blockchain is highly important. So here is the suppose this agriculture field. Agriculture field here I use in the agriculture field for the smart supply chain management system. Here I using two type of supply chain. One is the forward supply chain, another one is the backward supply chain. The supply chain is done between the farmer and the customer. Here from this is the flow of that. The from flow that there is a warehouse. The farmers first get the seed from the warehouse and it purchase the seed from the warehouse. After purchasing the seed, the crops it goes to the warehouse authority, and our authority will give some certificate to the farmer what is the quality of the crop, and according to that what will be the price of the crop. So when it will come, the farmer give this to the add certificate to the to the shopping homepage. This is the homepage. We design this homepage, and this is they are giving this. Now customers view the available crops which are in this homepage, and according to their rate and amount they put the crop in their cart, and after put the crop in their cart, they initialize the payment request. Okay, when they initialize the payment request, that moment they give the order from the card. When they initialize the payment request, the farmer automatically the initialization done in this smart contract. So when this initialization invoked, automatically farmers will call the distributor. Okay, and the distributor will take but first update the location of the customer and send and distribute to this thing to and take this thing to that customer, and after deliver the distributor deliver to the customer send an acknowledgement through this smart contract. Okay, and distributor also send the acknowledgement to this smart contract. When to this acknowledgement is coming, the automatically from this is the contract account. There are two type of accounts is going on in the smart contract environment. One is the contract account, another one is the user account. So automatically from this contract account the amount goes to the farmer side, and when it goes to the farmer side, after getting this amount, now farmer give the payment to the distributor. Now the farmer account as well as through the contact account it gives to the distributor. So in this way you can find that through this contract account automatically the payment when the payment is done from the customer account to the farmer account. When here what happened, when customers select the product for order, then at that moment customer the initialize the payment through this contract account. When this initialize the payment module is given in the contract account. Through this they initialize the payment, and when the acknowledgement is coming from the customer side and distributor side, the automatically payment is done from this contract farmer account. So here you can that this is done in the forward supply chain. In the reverse supply chain happen, if maybe happen the delivery person delivered the product, the quality of the product is not as expected by the customer. So customer in that case gave a reversal request. So when this reversal request is raised through this shopping home page, at that moment farmer will accept this reversal request. Okay, and a farmer accept this thing through the contract account. When the customer accept this through the contract account, then the farmers request send the request to the distributor, and distributor goes to the customer. When it goes to the customer, at that moment the customer revert back the payment, and crop is delivered to the farmer. When the crop is delivered to the farmer send an acknowledgement to the contract account, as well as the daily distributor also send an acknowledgement to the contract account. When this acknowledgement is coming, automatically the amount which is paid by the customer for this product, which is go from the contract account to the customer account. So it is the example. Here you can find that the farmer can directly deliver their crop to the customer without any third party. There is no any third party present between the farmer and customer, and this is the big beauty of the agriculture supply chain, where there is a forward supply chain as well as the reverse supply chain. This is for the feedback purpose, and this is for the forwarding between the farmer and customer. So these two supply chain is used, and the end, this is the how the blockchain works in this two supply chain that is described here. So from that it is, you can find that the that how the communication is done without using the third party intervention. This thing is also highly applicable in the industry purpose. Here in the forward chain, these informations are stored. In the reverse black blockchain, these informations are stored. And these are the performance analysis. Next one is this is the blockchain secured 8 intelligent forest fire surveillance. Here what happened? Here you can find that where we can use the layer of the forest fire detection. Forest fire detection. Here it is the IoT devices. From the IoT devices, the temperature, location, humidity, wind speed is taken, and all this data goes to the mist control layer. And initially phase, all the devices generate their own ID. This ID specify the authenticity of each devices. When it goes to the MCL layer, they are found that first huge data is coming. From that MCL layer filtered some uncorrelated data. They are data is uncorrelated, then only take those data, and correlated data they are discarding. That uncorrelated data next goes to the edge control layer. Now in the edge control layer there is a BAT algorithm which is stored in the cloud layer. And the cloud layer, this BAT algorithm, all the identity of the sensors which are put it in the sensor layer, the details of that are stored in the blockchain which is stored in the cloud layer. So from the identity from where the data is coming, that is verified through the blockchain which is stored in the cloud layer. After that, using this BAT algorithm, this identity will be verified. If it is verified that the data is coming from the verified ID, then it put it in the sent in the prediction engine of the cloud layer, and from prediction engine of the cloud layer it is predicted that whether fire is occurred or not, and the identity of each sensor nodes from where the data is coming, that is verified by the verified identity set which is stored in the all the identity value which is stored in the blockchain. Through that it is verified. So this concept is used in the hardware approach. Here it is, you can find the, here is the edge layer, and the here is the MCL to edge layer, and edge layer 2, it is detect that whether data is stored the cloud, AWS cloud, and it is check that whether the data is fired data or not, and it is done in the cell. These things will be done in the real time applications where this state bed is hardware setup test bed is put in the there, and where the steel is manufactured during the time that when the heat generation is low intensity fire when come intensity fire when come, at that moment we check that what type of alarm it is generated, and when high intensity fire is come, at that moment we check how much alert it is generated. So these things are done in the real world development is done in the cell also, and here we can design the real time data. We can call this data RAD data, that when the no fire at that time, what is the sensor value they will pass, when the low intensity fire, what is the sensor value it will pass, when the high intensity fire, what is the sensor value they will pass, and whether my model predicted that it is fire or not fire. So this is another thing, that is a drone. Drone surveillance is very important part in the today's era. You know is that is the drone is playing a very important role in industrial IoT. So here also drone, here you can find that the forest fire surveillance we are using. Here you can find forest different zone, and each zone there is a leader zone and the rest of them are the member zone. Now member zone through the surveillance, if they find that using the EOLA algorithm, they find that the fire intensity rate is the greater than 50% or 80%, they inform their leader zone. Now leader zone verify that whether it is coming from the authenticate member zone or not. So leader zone has a blockchain, they have a blockchain of the all the member information. They validate the ID of the member zone from that. Now leader zone, when they get the information, leader zone inform it to the edge layer. Now edge layer also verified whether it is coming from the authorized drone or not. So this way it from the drone chain. Okay, and this is the leader zone, and this one the member zone, and this is the overall flow diagram of our algorithm, and they are forming the chain of drone chain where the all the information of the member zone are stored. That is the one drone, one chain, that is the member drone information stored. Another chain, that is the information of the leader zone stored, and from these two information is required for the leader zone is verified the member zone, for the member zone chain information, our edge layer will verify the leader zone by the leader zone chain information. So this is the another example of that. So another last thing is the health data, where also you are using this. This is the health data. There is the health chain. we are saying that it is the user chain and this is the block doctor chain. Now all the IoT device, they have their own identity, and user chain contains with the EHR, that is the electronics health record, that is each individual's electronics health record will be stored in the user blockchain. And doctor blockchain through the shared the key, user shared the key with the particular doctor. The doctor can, using this key, doctor can open the can share the content of the user in EHR information, because मेरे पास जब I have a prescriptions, I have some personal information, my health record, all are stored in the blockchain. If we store in the blockchain, we have not carry it in the manually. So if it is stored in the blockchain, it is shared, it is secured. So in no one can make any tampered on that data. Now, if I go anywhere, any doctors I give the key through which doctor can access my information. So when I give the key to the doctor through this key, doctor can access my information from the user blockchain, and according to that, doctor also stored the diagnosis report of each patient in the doctor blockchain. That is, I said blockchain. So here you are using two chain. One is the user chain, another one is the doc chain. So this is also the, so these are the different type of recent areas in the blockchain: health management system, supply chain, smart agriculture, e-voting, smart city, and these are, and obviously in the part of the industrial IoT. So thank you. Hello.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you
Okay.
very much. It's indeed, jam-packed and very informative session. I think 1 hour would be, if I say, it would not have been a justice to the topic, because obviously it demanded a
Yes,
lot
this is
more
a
time.
very huge topic, so it needs more time to discuss. That is the thing.
Definitely. So I'll pause here for a few seconds if any of the audience would like to ask any questions or share your thoughts.
Ma'am, can we do predictive analysis based on this blockchain for
Yes,
our
yes. I have
different
shown you
safety
in the,
scenarios? Basically,
yes, yes.
we had a discussion with IIT Kharagpur,
Hmm.
Professor Maiti, and
Acha.
he had agreed to deliver some like we wanted to have some input on predictive analysis regarding the safety aspects in our steel plants. Okay, for example,
Okay.
violations of different PPEs or violation of different activities which were not to be done, and they
Yes.
had agreed. But fine, if we can have certain tailored made some presentation from your side or maybe your team in future, we'd like to have that.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay, okay.
And
Obviously,
I think
obviously.
blockchain can integrate that also because it is
Yes,
almost
yes, yes, yes. That also. Blockchain can integrate that also.
okay, ma'am.
And
So I'll take your number from Chandranath ji.
yes, yes.
Sure, ma'am.
Obviously, obviously.
Okay. Good day.
Ma'am, good evening. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes. I can hear you.
Ma'am, just I could understand that this is the decentralized way of storing data, and it is very
Yes.
safe.
If you store the data in a decentralized way, this is very safe, and there is no one can tamper the data. It is the one part of the blockchain, you can say. And another part is that is the, you write your contract as your own requirement, and that is there is no need of the third party to make any type of transaction, any type of deed. So you do not need any third party for that. So
Right,
this is
ma'am.
the another part of the blockchain.
But ma'am, in the month of June, I have heard that there was some this 23 $235 million worth of cryptocurrency was stolen from WazirX. So
Okay.
So I don't know like how it happened because we have the track. We should be able to trace all those stealing and everything, but I don't know how it happened. So
So
is it possible for you to
everything
explain?
has the loopholes. So blockchain is also has a loopholes, and we are working on that loopholes. For this reason, it is the emerging trends. Okay, so due to this loopholes, the problem, because if you select anyone as a miner, okay, then miner has a huge power. I have told you the miner validate all the transactions and put this transaction in the mempool. After that, it's from the mempool to it put it into the blocks. It creates bone blocks. If the miner is not trustworthy, then the problem will arise.
And for any given transaction, there could be only one miner, or there could be several miners.
You may according to your demand. Okay, you make a more than one miner also. So generally one miner is sufficient for at for suppose first 1 hour you select one miner, next 1 to 2 hour again select another miner. Okay, this way it will go on. But miner selection is very much challenging task in the blockchain, because it is also very research area is going on that, because there is still now there is not any good minor selection technique. The PBFT, POW, POS all have some loopholes, because POS is popular, but in the POS concept is the richer is richer and beggar is beggar. Because I have a huge stake, so I always I am also I selected as a minor. This way the system is going to the gradually in the centralized approach. So all the minor selection is playing a very important role in the, especially when this industrial IoT environment. Okay, and it, the research is going on in
I
that
think
how you
we
select
have
the
long way
right
to
way.
go, right? We have right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Actually, I understand the topic and the interest and potential of its application. That's
Yes,
why we bring you this knowledge bite session, just to generate more interest about the topic, so that you can do some more research and find out its application. To briefly sum up, I think we have had a very informative session, and we understood the basics of blockchain technology. We did understand about the concepts, the applications, different use cases, and the potentials of applying it for our own, storing some important user data, then creating some smart contracts, and we could see some medical applications. We can have something like that in our terms of maintenance, or analytics, predictive analytics that we talked about. So, thank you so much, ma'am. That has been a wonderful session, and I would like to request Atanu Mukherjee sir to kindly extend gratitude on behalf of SAIL family to Dr. Ditipriya Sinha, ma'am, and thank our dear participants also, so that we can close the session. Atanu sir, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chandana. On behalf of the total sale team, ma'am, we like to extend heartfelt thanks to you.
thank,
Really, you
thank
have
you, thank you.
embraced, and yeah, you have really enriched us with the blockchain technology. In fact, I can tell about myself only. Really, I was only heard of that word, but I
Yes,
mean, all this detailing part I never gone through. So really, it also enriched me also, and I'm sure all the young mentor, those who are connected in this online, they have been updated their knowledge, and this particular intervention definitely this will help our young people who are in the mentor role, that will produce a lot of trigger in the forthcoming mentor mentee interaction. So that is also one of the purpose of this conducting this knowledge bite session, so that
yes,
it
yes.
provides a trigger to the mentor as well as the mentee for upgrade. So once again, I like to thank Madam, and also I like to thank all the mentor and mentee, those who are connected in online for today's knowledge bite session. Thanks to all. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
thanks to all
you.
also.
Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am. And
thanks.
for our learners who are connected, the next episode is going to be on 1st of March, and the topic of discussion is deep fake and misinformation. So you can, save your calendar for that interesting session. Thank you, everyone. We can close the session. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Thanks
thank
a
you.
lot. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot.